This movie is based on a true life story of an Australian family who slowly recover from a life-altering tragedy with the help of an unlikely animal friend. It's the type of story that has had anything remotely challenging or introspective been off in favor of only the most heartwarming and dramatically showy moments. Unfortunately, the movie is still far away from being a genuinely compelling story about the healing relationship between people and animals. The film is too overly familiar to truly stand out. It's corny and it places the cliches front and center, amounting to the type of film that's tailor-made for a Mother's Day trip to the cinemas. There's very little to show here beyond the obvious. It's so directionless with its message that Sam's passion for kayaking feels just as healing as her friendship with the bird. In terms of its positives, Naomi Watts provides a stellar performance as Sam. Murray-Johnston also delivers engaging work as Noah. Unfortunately, the supporting cast feels more like a plot device for Sam to emote to, rather than a three-dimensional character. Characters tend to say how they feel far too often rather than just simply act how they feel, which dilutes the emotional power of the story. The film also does not utilize the character of Noah enough, since a part of the story is framed from his point of view. His role is so haphazardly placed in the narrative. The message around disability in this movie is muddled because the fact that Noah serves as the intermittent narrative shepherd through the film. The script fails to elevate him to the level of a co-protagonist as he drops in and out of the story. To have his frame of reference serve as the default and face little scrutiny does the entire film and the heroic story a disservice. The relationship he shares with Sam never gets explored enough to make the family drama resonate. When the tensions reach a boil in the third act, this movie feels undercooked. Therefore, the build-up to the conclusion over his character arc feels anticlimactic. The film also suffers from an overlong ending, pouring theatrical all over the story via unconvincing dialogue callbacks. To make matters worse, when the end titles come up, it shows that real-life Sam would go on to be a two-time world adaptive surfing champion, which is an odd choice to end on. Especially when the film could have explored that interesting plot point, and yet it was used as a throwaway footnote. In general, it is unfortunate that the flawed storytelling, simplistic messaging, and predictability prevent this film from soaring.